Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. This is Monalisa Ongkol, and in this video we're gonna talk about managing and taking care of self. So let's get started. First, let us know why is it important to take care of ourselves. So it is important because you may elevate the pressures of everyday life and reset yourself and get back to a healthy lifestyle where productivity is once again maximized by taking some time for yourself. And a candle without fire is futile, so as the person can give light without fuel. So breath and gather some strength to reclaim your power. Knowing oneself is insufficient because who you are is largely made up of your choices. You must be able to make better choices in order to be a better you. This lesson will show you how to improve your learning skills by using a variety of approaches that you may customize to your environment and preferences. So, learning should entail more than just preparing for school quizzes and exams. Learning can take place outside of the limits of a book or a classroom. For example, when you wish to learn a new move in your favorite sports or develop skills for a certain hobby. Now, let us know what is self-care. Self-care is active participation in enhancing the quality of your health. Self-care includes any intentional actions you take to care for your physical, mental, and emotional health. The term self-care means looking after yourself, treating yourself as a person you deserves care. So that is the self-care strategies. We are Homo sapiens or wise man, and we think on a higher level than our ancestors and most, if not all, other beings. This concept is known as metacognition. So let us know what is metacognition. Metacognition is defined as thinking about thinking, and it is the awareness of the scope and limitations of your current knowledge and skills. Metacognition involves two aspects. It is the self-appraisal and self-management of cognition. Self-appraisal is your personal reflection on your knowledge and capabilities, while self-management is the mental processes you employ using what you have in planning and adapting to successfully learn to accomplish a certain task. There are also other skills that may assist you in exercising metacognition includes knowing your limits, modifying your approach, scheming, rehearsing, and self-test. There are four types of metacognitive learners. The tacit learners are unaware of their metacognitive processes although they know the extent of their knowledge. And the aware learners, aware of some of their metacognitive strategies but using techniques are not always planned. And the strategic learners, as the name implies, strategize and plan their course of action toward a learning experience. And lastly is the reflective learner. Reflect on their thinking while they are using the strategies and will adapt their metacognitive skills depending on the situation. Other study tips that might help you includes creating an outline of the things you want to learn, the things you are reading or doing, and the things you remember. Or breaking down the tasks in smaller and more manageable details, incorporating variation in your schedule and learning experience. You can also try incubate your ideas. And revising, summarizing, and taking down notes, then rereading them might help you avoid cramming in the last minute, especially if you are studying for a make difference. So we have here not just to make it happen, one of the different ways on how to manage and take care of yourself. Let's know about Albert E. Bandura's self-efficacy. So Albert E. Bandura's introduced his concept of self-efficacy in an article entitled Self-Efficacy Toward a Unifying Theory of Behavioral Change that was published in Psychological Review in 1977. So, we have self-efficacy theory explained. If I work hard, I will be successful, defined by the social cognitive psychologist Albert Bandura as a person's belief in their capability to achieve certain goals or behavior. Weibel 2011 summarized Albert Bandura's self-efficacy theory. Expectations of efficacy and response outcome expectancies are differentiated in this theory. The efficacy expectation is the conviction that one can successfully execute the behavior required to produce the outcome, while the outcome expectancy is a person's estimate that a given behavior will lead to a certain outcome. So like what I said earlier, Bandura defines self-efficacy as people's belief about their capabilities to procreate. Now let's talk about people with high assurance in their capabilities who are more likely to be approach difficult tasks as challenges to be mastered, set challenging goals, and maintain strong commitment to them, and heighten or sustain their efforts in the face of failures or setbacks, attribute failure to insufficient effort or deficient knowledge and skills which are acquirable, and approach threatening situations with assurance that they can exercise control over them. So in contrast, these are the people who doubt their capabilities, will shy away from tasks they view as personal traits, have low aspirations, and weak commitment to goals they choose to pursue. Bandura also described four main sources of influence by which a person's self-efficacy is developed and maintained. First is the performance accomplishments or mastery experiences, vicarious experiences, verbal or social persuasion, and psychological or somatic and emotional states. Now let's talk about Carol S. Dweck's fixed and growth mindset theory. Carol S. Dweck is the author of Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. She is one of the leading researchers in the field of motivation. Now, Dweck describes people with two types of mindset. It is the fixed mindset, people who believe that their success is based on innate ability. In the growth mindset, people who believe their success is based on hard work. Now let's proceed to the another version and how to manage and take care of ourselves, which is the less stress and more care. So since stress is inevitable to life, we have to learn how to handle and cope with it. More so, we have to be familiar with other approach to healthy lifestyle, which is self-care. Stress is defined by Hans Selye as the body's non-specific response to any demand, whether it is caused by or results in pleasant or unpleasant stimuli. There are two types of stress: distress and pleasant or harmful variety of stress, which often connotes disease, and eustress, which often connotes euphoria. While the general stress syndrome has three parts: the alarm stage, the stage of resistance, and the exhaustion stress. The alarm stage represents the body's defensive forces, while the stage of resistance, the body becomes adaptive of the challenge and even begins to resist it. And the exhaustion stage is the body dies because it has used up in its resources of adaptation energy. So here are the techniques to counter chronic stress. First is the relaxation response. Dr. Herbert Benson, Director Emeritus of the Benson Henry Institute of Mind-Body Medicine, has said to be that people can counter the stress response by using a combination of approaches that elicit the relaxation response. And the second one is the physical activity. People can use exercise to stifle the build-up of stress in several ways. And the last is social support. Confidence, friends, acquaintances, co-workers, relatives, spouses, and companions all provide a life-enhancing social net and may increase longevity. So let's proceed to the self-care therapy. A positive way to counter stress in self-care therapy. Nancy Alperson of Northern Illinois University has provided steps for self-care. Step 1. Stop, breathe, and tell yourself this is hard and I will get through this one step at a time. Step 2. Acknowledge to yourself what you are feeling. All feelings are normal, so accept whatever you are feeling. Step 3. Find someone who listens and is accepting. You do not need advice, you need to be heard. Step 4. Maintain your normal routine as much as possible. Step 5. Allow plenty of time for a task. Step 6. Take good care of yourself. Remember to get enough rest and sleep. So whatever you're going through, you've got this. God has a better plan for you. Always remember to nourish yourself to flourish. So I guess that's all for today. I hope you've learned something from my blog. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. God bless everyone and see you on my next video.